You are my witnesses, the pastoral theme for the pastoral year 2020-2021. As reminded by our shepherd in his pastoral letter, the experience of the encounter with Jesus does not make us static but dynamic. Not static but dynamic. So the question is, are we dynamic or are you dynamic? Or is it somewhere the Catholic Church in Goa is becoming static? Well, to keep our enthusiasm always on fire, to proclaim the good news and to witness Jesus, our shepherd has recommended 10 points. And today I am here to share a few thoughts on the point number 6. You are my witnesses. You are my witnesses by taking care of creation. Well, in the prevailing socio-economic and political context in our country, India, and in our state of Goa, few trending terms that we could consider are stewardship, development, exploitation, destruction. In one word, I can say over-exploitation. And the most relevant word today is restoration. We could add a few more like sustainability, responsibility, transparency. Of course, all these and other terms in relation to creation. Rather, be witnesses by taking care of creation. What is creation then? Creation means nature, environment, biodiversity. Well, most of us will prefer to describe creation as a system to be studied, understood, and controlled by intelligent human beings, right? But we have our Holy Father, Pope Francis, who says creation is a gift, creation is a reality. And he explains in his encyclical Laudato Si, on the care of our common home. Laudato Si number 76, Pope says, creation can only be understood as a gift from the outstretched hands of the Father of all, and as a reality illuminated by love, which calls us together into universal communion. Our shepherd in his present pastoral letter to the Archdiocese brings to our notice that God has created us and made us his stewards in caring for our common home and developing the world. So, stewardship is considering these two terms, care and development. If we are considering care and development, where are we today? What is the current status of our God-given stewardship? We, the intelligent beings, seem to have forgotten the care part of it. And we focus so much on the material development that we ourselves have turned exploiters. Over-exploitation of Earth's resources for material profit and never satisfying greed of the few. Have a look at this video.
Look what we have done to your world. Now I feel so sorry, God. pleading for your mercy, Lord. Please come down and save us all.
Please come down and save this earth. This is our call today to our Savior, to save our common home and save us from this destruction that we ourselves have caused. And the earth and the entire environment and entire ecosystem seems to have revolted against us. And our existence itself is in danger. We are at the 11th hour of our existence. One more hour of this crazy destruction and we forever pass into that eternal darkness. So what do? We need to relearn God's ways, the way of nature, in order to restore the wounded ecosystem. We need to appreciate the gift and live in the reality. Illumine the reality of our being through love and come together in universal communion. We need a conversation which includes everyone, since the environmental challenge we are undergoing and its human roots concern and affect us all. That is what Laudato Si number 14 says. In his appeal, Pope Francis acknowledges the worldwide ecological movement creating awareness of environmental challenges and also regrets that we as believers are not doing enough. Obstructionist attitudes, even on the part of believers, can range from denial of the problem to indifference, nonchalant resignation, or blind confidence in technical solutions. Laudato Si number 14 says that. Well, the possible solution to this general lack of interest is universal solidarity. Pope also speaks of the weak responses that have been given to the real environmental challenge. We can read through Laudato Si numbers 53 to 59. Each one of us should read that. Well, the Archdiocese of Goa has made efforts to be a part of solution. The Goa Synod in 2002 acknowledged the reality of environmental degradation in Goa. 2 consecutive pastoral years have been dedicated to reflect upon and understand the theme on environment by our own Archbishop. We have established church bodies like Council for Social Justice and Peace, we call it CSJP, and also Center for Responsible Tourism, CRT, that have led or supported social movements towards environmental protection. We even have dedicated social action fora at parish level. And soon we might have ecological commission as well. But the question is, are we doing enough? Perhaps not. So let's do it now. We have 2 terms to take care of. One is care and the other is development. Well, when we talk about care, we can see it as protection, and the second thing we can see it as nourishment. For protection, we raise our voices. There are protests, movements that are taking place, be part of it. And we ask for effective implementation of constitutional acts that are already in place in the Constitution of India. Recently, we have come across the EIA 2020 notification. There are movements like Save My Mole, Southwestern Railway double tracking, Naushi Marina, major Port Trust Act that is coming up. We have so many issues that are going against the environment, and we need to protect. That is one side of it. The other side is nourishment. Nourishment, I mean, first be aware where our environment is heading. What is happening to our environment today? What is happening to our common home today? In order to be aware, read. In order to be aware, learn. And once you learn, make others aware. We have so many talents. We know to use today's technology, especially the social media that is so powerful. And taking advantage of social media, especially the youth, can reach out to so many and create this awareness and create an opinion that can nourish the earth. As action, we need to go back to our roots, go back to our agriculture. We need to practice perhaps rainwater harvesting. We need to practice community farming today that can lead to sustainable development. We have today, there are so many parishes that have come up with farming activities, the common farming, community farming. The other side, we have the development. If we are stewards, then we have to care for the earth, protect the earth, nourish the earth, and at the same time, we see that as stewards, we help in the development of this place which is given to us. And for development, the only one term that I can say is sustainable development. And for sustainable development, there are so many things happening. The United Nations itself has come up with these developmental goals, 17 development goals, sustainable development goals. So my dear friends, we need to be aware, we need to be acting today. If not now, when? If not you, then who? So by taking care of our environment, by taking care of creation, which Pope had said is not just a system, but it is a gift, it is a reality. By taking care of this gift and this reality, we become witnesses. We become witnesses of Jesus in this world. We become witnesses in this creation. We become witnesses to one another.